Hey beautiful friends, thanks so much for joining me here on my channel. My name is Jackie Alves, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some of those incredible skincare tips and tricks, my skincare routine that so many of you have been asking about. Basically, what's my skin prep that I do for makeup application? What's my under eye prep for concealer application? So I'm going to show you all of that. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and also bonus, I'm going to show you that viral concealer hack that you may have already seen, but I'm going to show you a way that you can accomplish it in your bathroom with your products doing your thing. You know that I love to do that. This channel is not about brands. It's about what you love, what I love, but a way that we can accomplish the looks that we are going for. So stay tuned. We're going to have a blast. So I'm going to go ahead and start with what I do during the day. Now, of course, that looks a lot different than nighttime. You know, at night, our skin's at rest. It absorbs everything way better, way quicker. So that's when you want to use all the things, right? Like the heavy cream, the face oil, all the stuff. Now, this is my routine for my normal to dry skin. And of course, when I do skincare and makeup for clients, it can vary. But everybody wanted to see what I'm doing, so I'm going to show you. These all can be adjusted, of course, to meet your individual skincare needs. So when I wake up in the morning, I typically have a pretty fresh face. I've been sleeping with all that good stuff on my face, like I said, but I don't always want to go in with a full cleanser. Now, that just depends too. Sometimes I wake up and I just feel like I have Yuma on my face. That's where I live here in Arizona. And sometimes I feel a little greasy. Maybe I had some night sweats or something. So when that happens, I will definitely use a face wash. This is a gentle cleanser. And so if I feel like I need to wash my face in the morning, I will. But there's a lot of times I don't feel that way because my face feels great and moist from the night before. So I will use one of these. They're called Boost Wipes. Now this is skincare. This isn't a makeup remover wipe. This is actually a cleanser and a toner in one. So I will take one of those in the morning and just freshen up. I love the way that they feel. I feel like they wake my face up. And then if I'm gonna go onto the gym naked face, you know, maybe with just sunscreen on, I like to freshen up with one of these after the gym. So I just use it on my eyelids as well. And like I said, this is a cleanse and tone wipe. Super gentle. I stinking love these things, you guys. Total game changer, because like I said, they're not just a makeup remover wipe. So I love them. Then after that, in the morning, I move over to a toner. Now this is different than the toner that you might remember from the 80s or 90s, or you've heard me mention Sea Breeze before that burned your face off and it was like, bah! If you used it and you had any acne, which I did, it burned like heck. This is actually witch hazel extract and some rose flower water. It's amazing stuff, but it's really softening. And the witch hazel extract, witch hazel is a plant. Weird name, huh? Anyway, witch hazel always makes me think of, and I don't think her name was witch hazel, but I always think of that witch on the Bugs Bunny cartoons that would like jump on her broom and go flying through the night, and she'd be like, yeah, ha, ha, and like hairpins would fly everywhere. Do you guys remember that? It was hilarious. Anyway, witch hazel's a plant, not a witch on a Bugs Bunny cartoon, whatever. But this has that amazing ability to kind of exfoliate that top layer, just like on a microscopic kind of level. But I always say it'll get the environment off your face. You know, you can imagine the stuff that happens to cars. I don't know if you've ever noticed, like the paint will peel off the front end of a car sometimes, or if you leave a piece of furniture out in the environment. I mean, that happens to our face. So this kind of gets all that off, but it's also super refreshing. All right. And it doesn't dry your face out, you know, like some of those other things do that had so much alcohol in them. So this is actually really great for your skin. Next thing I like to do, and this is my daytime prep, you guys, but I really love to use this serum. I've been showing a lot because I mix it with foundation sometimes, but it's stinking incredible. It is for dehydrated skin. So this is new from Jafra Cosmetics, and it is called BioLab Facial Serum. You guys, I highly recommend this. It's fairly new. I've been talking about it a lot lately because I can't get enough of it. but it's got some lactic acid in it. So it's not necessarily for dry skin, it's for dehydrated skin. So it won't make you feel oily or like you've used a face oil or something. It actually will make your skin look hydrated. And it really has made my skin look like it's alive again. Sometimes I start to feel like it's dull. You know, it doesn't matter how great you take care of your skin. You know, sometimes we have life that affects us. Dehydration, sickness, the environment, all of it. Allergies even. So I just press that into my face. I like to give everything a few extra minutes to soak in. That way it's not rolling or pilling on your face. Sometimes if that happens, you might be using too much skincare or not giving it a minute to soak in. So sometimes I'll go and like do something with my hair, brush my teeth, whatever, in between these steps. But I want to move along for your sake. Then I also have a serum that is for the eyes, and this is an eye serum that has caffeine and some other good stuff in it. This is great for dark circles and puffiness. So the caffeine is great for puffiness. That's kind of not a new thing, but it's super trendy right now. And the other ingredients, it's great for dark circles. It doesn't like instantly in a flash take out the dark circles, but over time this can really brighten the skin under the eyes. So I like to use a little bit of that. Now, I don't know why they put it in such a gigantic bottle, same size as the face serum, when you're only going to use a little bit under the eyes. You know, I just put 2 drops. I mean, that's kind of a lot. So anyway, a bottle like that would last you a really long time. So I'm going to get it on my eyelids and directly under my eyes. And it's super lightweight. It doesn't feel oily or sticky. I really like it. But this is what I do in the morning. I'll go back over and recap stuff for you guys too. And I really like to let this dry. I'm gonna take my handy dandy fan. I really like it to dry under the eyes too because it feels almost tightening. Now it's not one of those like tightening eye creams or anything. I don't want to mislead you, but it definitely, you can feel it like dry. Okay, so now I'm going to use a lightweight moisturizer. Now at night I use like a really nice rich cream, but during the day I like a more lightweight moisturizer because then my makeup sits really nice, and I feel like it lasts longer if I use a lighter moisturizer. So that may be something you want to check out. You know, if you're not getting your concealer to sit right, or if your foundation's not looking good, check out your skincare. How are you prepping your face before makeup? I know, especially when we're aging, we want to get the most powerful, most emollient ingredients. We want to feel moist and like, you know, we're using the lifting and firming stuff, but sometimes that doesn't work the best with makeup. So think about that. And just getting a good amount on my neck. I usually go all the way down my chest. I always say from hairline all the way down to your nipples is where your skincare should go. But I'm not gonna do that today for obvious reasons. Not that kind of channel. Sorry again to my son, the editor. Poor dude. He hears the weirdest stuff come out of my mouth in these videos. All right, and I don't waste it. I get it all over my hands too. All right, that feels so good. Okay, so my lightweight moisturizer. Now you guys remember I was talking about anti-aging stuff. I really like that, and everything I'm using is great at like repairing, and it's good at preventing further signs of aging. And of course, I love products that are anti-aging and firming and lifting and all the things. I take it a little more basic with my skincare, honestly. My skin won't take all of the anti-aging. If it's got like lifting, repositioning, bundling, all of that effect going on, it will cause cystic acne for me. My skin does not like that. So I have to pick good, moist products that are gentle. And that's why I work so much with Jafra Cosmetics. I started using them like 8 years ago, and it's the only thing that I could use that healed my cystic acne, and I don't get cystic acne using it. Some of the lifting and firming and anti-aging stuff that's very powerful, I have clients and friends that love it, but I just can't use it. So some really comparable products to this are some nice gentle things by Olay, also by Estee Lauder, you can try the Global Supreme line that they have that's in the gold packaging. That's not super lifting and firming. So if you're like me and you notice that maybe that stuff is a little bit hard on your skin, you might want to take it down a notch and just be consistent with what's good for your skin rather than focusing so much on the lifting and firming stuff. And then I still do occasionally get 1 or 2 little jobbies around here, little cystic pieces. I'm also on hormone replacement therapy for menopause that most of you already know. That's like part of what I talk about all the time. But I love this Clear Smart, I call it the Zit Zapper. It's really a blemish spot treatment, but I can use it just in the area where I feel one coming up, and it gets rid of it, you guys. And it's not loaded with salicylic acid like a lot of other products like this are. This has some incredible ingredients that are more gentle on your skin, but man, it'll show it who's boss. It'll get rid of that sucker before you know it. My brides especially love this stuff because you know your skin knows when you're gonna have a special occasion and it wants to go berserk. All right, so I've got all that done. Now last, I'm gonna go to my eye cream. So I've just got a very lightweight eye cream that is empty. I'm gonna get one that actually has some stinking product in it. All right, so this one is the Revitalize eye cream that goes with all that skincare I've been using. But again, it's very lightweight. And I use a small amount. And bring it up on the brow bone. I do get it on my eyelid. And the reason why I use a lightweight eye cream during the day is because I want my concealer to look nice and fresh. If I get too much moisture under there, if I use one that's loaded with silicone, a lot of those clear eye creams have a lot of silicone in them. If I use something like that, my concealer will slide and crease really easy. All right, so because I'm trying to speed it up a little bit for you guys, I can feel, I did get a little extra product on there. It's pilling a little bit. I can feel it roll a little bit. So when that happens, I just take a nice clean powder brush, especially if I see it happening with clients here, and I just go over like this. This helps dry it down, a nice fluffy clean powder brush. All right, so that is pretty much all of my skincare except for my SPF product that I'm just gonna wait a little bit before I put that on. Now this is an SPF of 50, and I always like to put it on last. Now let me tell you about the layers that I just shared with you, okay? So first you wanna wash your face. All right, then, because everybody's like, well, you know, what's the order of use? And honestly, it's whatever works for you. You can't get it wrong, it's skincare. But I'm gonna show you how it absorbs really, really easy for me and what my experience has been. Wash your face first, then do a liquid, so then would be your toner. Then do anything clear, like clear serums, okay? Some serums are not clear, so don't be confused. But do anything clear like a serum. Then do anything opaque. There are some serums, I thought I had one here, but I don't. Some serums are opaque, you know, they're not like a thick cream, but they're still very thin. So wash your face, do any liquids like toners, then do clear, then opaque, and then do creamy. So then that would be your moisturizer. Okay, and I always do the eye cream last because I like it to have the most time to soak in. I don't want to put on my eye cream and then start rubbing that around with my full face moisturizer. So after you wash your face, do any liquids like toners, and then do clear, opaque, then creamy. That's a great rule of thumb. I always share it. That's not the law, but it's a great rule of thumb to follow, okay? Rule of thumb. I don't even know where that came from, but it's a rule of thumb. It's more like a rule of Jackie, I guess. All right, and then I shared spot treatment, and I'll go ahead and do my SPF of 50, super lightweight. And then I'm gonna hop on over to my makeup and show you some amazing ways to get that concealer to stay looking nice and fresh. See you in a little bit. All right, friends, I am back with that viral concealer hack I promised you. Also to show you how I prep my eyes in waiting for that concealer. So I showed you my skincare routine, and all of it has to do with what my skin's gonna look like that day and how my makeup's gonna work. But now I have almost a full face on. So after I get done with skincare, I go to primer, foundation, and powder, contour and blush, eyeshadow and eyeliner, then I do mascara, brows, concealer. I always do it in that order. I know it may seem a little weird and off for some of you, but that's literally what I teach here at my Makeup Artist Academy, and it's how I've been doing makeup for 33 years now. So there's a method to my madness, and I like to leave that concealer till way later in the game for a reason. So let's get to it. All right, like I said, I've got all those products on. And remember, I told you that I had prepped under those eyes really well with that serum and that lightweight eye cream. So now that I'm done with all of this, I wanna go back with a fluffy concealer brush. And now if I got any fallout underneath my eyes or anything like that, I don't have concealer under there yet. I have no product under there. I always stay away from underneath my eyes so that if I get fallout, if I poke myself in the eye with my mascara wand or whatever's gonna happen, it's no big deal, because now at this point I can brush it away. If it was something serious, I can use a wipe to get it off. But if it's just sprinkles and unevenness, it's not a big deal. I'm actually gonna take a little bit more eye cream, that same eye cream that I used in the beginning, and this is just a teeny tiny bit. I'm just dabbing it in, you guys, just to re-moisten the area and refresh it. Okay, so that's just a super lightweight eye cream. Now I'm gonna go back and I wanna show you something. This is that viral under eye hack that everybody's freaking out about. It's Aquaphor. Now this is the lip balm. They also have another Aquaphor in a stick that everybody seems to be loving as well, and it's a great product. But I'm actually gonna use one that I really love that has a ton of shea butter in it, and it has the same texture. So I'm gonna get the same effect, but I love using that shea butter under my eyes. So I'm just gonna take that lip balm and just swipe it right underneath my eyes. Not too much. There we go. And this is also the one that I use on my lips, like at night before I go to bed, as a lip moisturizer. And it's not super moist and slippery, so I'm not feeling like I'm getting a buildup of all of this silicone-based product, or something that's just gonna keep that concealer sliding. So I really like the way it preps under my eyes, but what happens is it holds moisture in. That's what Aquaphor is for. Things like Vaseline, petroleum jelly, of course, silicone-based products, they will hold moisture in. So that's a really great thing. It'll keep it looking plump under there. I just have a lip balm that I prefer. You can use whichever one you want. So if you've seen the Aquaphor hack, don't feel like you have to go buy that specific product. Really, it's just whatever's gonna hold in that moisture. That's gonna have a nice, almost a little bit of a tacky feel. It doesn't slide, so it's gonna grip that concealer just a little bit. So let's talk about concealer quickly. Now, I have an under eye concealer that I love. This is actually my brand here at the Beauty Bar, and I have a few things of my own because I use them at my Makeup Academy. But you use whatever you like. You guys, please remember, my channel is not about brands, it's about you. It's about what you like, what you've got in your makeup drawer, what you've got on your counter. I want you to be able to use what you have. Now, if you need a new product or a new recommendation, of course, I'm happy to help. But I want you to be able to use what you've got. We're really based on techniques rather than brands here. I love teaching you tricks and tips and methods to be able to use what you've got. And if you're like me, you've got enough. You don't need to go buy anything new. Unless there's something brand new and crazy and cutting edge, I'm gonna definitely show you that and talk about it, but I want you to be comfortable in what you're doing. You guys, also, when I did my skin prep for makeup, I did all the skincare, and then I did, like I said, primer, foundation, powder, all of that. I did put primer underneath my eyes, okay? So that's super key, and on my eyelids. Now I'm gonna take this concealer with a fluffy brush. Now this is a medium coverage concealer. You can use whatever concealer you like, okay? Whatever works best under your eyes. I do, for this technique, prefer a liquid concealer. Sometimes I just use foundation under my eyes, and that's okay too. With this same exact trick that I'm showing you, foundation under the eyes is good as well. So I'm gonna start with a little bit here and here. I'll do the same on the other side, here and here. Now, if you have a smaller eye area and they're closer together, you can use a smaller brush. This is pretty big. This is a brush by Real Techniques. And I'm just bringing it all together. I'm using a brighter concealer because that's the look I'm going for today. Now, if you like your concealer to just match your foundation, that's okay too. And now that lip balm underneath, like I said, also has shea butter, so it's very moisturizing. But it's not a slippery lip moisturizer. It's got a little bit of a tackiness to it that will hold on to this concealer. It will also lock in that moisture under the eyes. And now that most of that product is gone from my brush, I'm just buffing around that area gently. Bringing it down into the blush. That's why I'm never afraid to go a little bit overboard with my blush, because I blend my concealer into it. And this is really a great technique that I have used on client after client, and I teach in my academy here at the Beauty Bar. So give it a try and see what you think. All right, that's looking really good. I am going to look good tonight. My husband and I'm taking my blush brush and I'm gonna do a little bit of back blending. So that's just bringing it all together. I'm not really adding blush to it, you guys. This is the brush I've already used for my blush. So I'm just back blending and buffing. But my husband and I are gonna go to a prayer meeting tonight with some of our friends. And I'm super excited because it's potluck first, so we get to eat first, like we do. And I'm gonna be looking good. It's so cool, the people that we're working with in this prayer group. I've been sober for 11 years now. I lived an incredibly horrible life of an alcoholic almost my whole life, and now I've been sober for 11 years. So my husband and I do things like meet with people that maybe they are living in some type of addiction or chains, and they are wanting some freedom. So it's really great to be able to do that and help people that are in the position that I used to be in. And I feel like tonight we're just gonna go to a meeting to pray about what we're doing, and I'm gonna be looking so good. It's pretty amazing, the healing I've had in my life since all of that. So I'm loving this second chance at life. I'm loving to be able to come to you and show you things like concealer hacks and ways to look and feel beautiful. Like, what an incredible life I get to lead these days. So thank you so much for being part of my channel and allowing me to do this. All right, so you can see how that kind of blended out, right? And I did go back up with my eyeshadow brush and just blend that back in a little bit while I was talking. But let's get back to the concealer. So you can see it's nice and light under there. I took that blush brush and just blended up so you could see how it all kind of came back together. And now with that layering effect, it helps it last much longer and look a little more natural as well. So I don't have the caking of all the different products. They just blend really nice together. All right, I think that looks really pretty. I'm gonna go under my eyes because I've already got eyeshadow and eyeliner done. I wanna go back under my eyes and add a little bit of eyeshadow. Let me show you how to do that. So I'm taking a small eyeshadow brush, a little smudger. I'll go right under here with a tiny amount of eyeshadow because I don't want any sprinkles. You can see I do that instead of eyeliner because it's a little bit softer. It's not quite as stark like an eyeliner line would be. And I like keeping it soft under the eyes too. Let me come over here. I really want you to be able to see, so I'm coming close. All right. So yeah, I don't know if any of you are loving a second chance at life like me, but most of the time when you get to be our age, chicks like us, You know, over 40, especially over 50 and 60, something has happened. Life has whacked us upside the head. And a lot of us are on a second, third, maybe fourth chance at life. So just live like you're free today, girl. Don't get too caught up in the makeup thing. Just get to where you feel beautiful and get out there and start living. All right, I am going to do some mascara now. I've got this one that I'm constantly using, and I've tried a few others recently that I've noticed I really love the rubbery kind of silicone wand. It works really well at like gripping those lashes down at the root and pulling them up. And I just recently had one of my subscribers ask if I ever use a lash curler, and I don't, because I really don't need to. My lashes don't grow straight out like some of my clients do. But also this silicone kind of rubbery mascara wand really helps. So you see how I got right up under there? Now check that out, you guys. Bink, bink. It looks good, huh? And I didn't have to put a lot of product on either. Now I'll go right underneath. And I'm just going slow. Slow is really the key to really good mascara application, but also not stabbing yourself in the eye and getting black dots under your eye. And then you've just messed up that beautiful concealer, which I guess if you're bad at it, you could do your mascara first and then your concealer. But I have found this way works best for me. All right. And I got right under there. And pull it out slow. Then use the tip of that crazy wand to separate those lashes out. And you guys, I'm not even gonna wear falsies today, so I'm gonna get the most out of my mascara. And again, I don't wanna mess up that beautiful concealer. Now I'm gonna show you how I set my concealer. As soon as I get done with this. There we go. See, it just takes a quick minute. You gotta be patient with the mascara. I know we get in there quick, right? And start going crazy and poking ourselves in the eye, but you gotta be careful. All right, so once I'm finished with all that jazz, I'm gonna take a loose powder. This is just a translucent loose powder. And how I set underneath my eyes. So I've got a lightweight amount on the whole entire powder brush, and I'm just gonna set here, bring it down here, not directly under the eyes, here. And now I have almost nothing left on this brush. Now I just barely bring it through. So how do I set under my eyes? I really don't. I know if you're putting a lot of product on, you've got a lot of cream, you may feel like you need to set it. You might feel like it's a little too shiny, or you feel like, you know, it's gonna move, it's gonna go into the creases, I have to set it with powder. But if you can avoid it, that's even better. That's why I love to use that lightweight eye cream. Something like a lip balm works as a great under eye primer, and then liquid concealer or just foundation. Anything heavy and creamy sometimes will go into my creases more. And I don't want to set under there. I really believe the less powder we put under our eyes, the better it's going to look in the long run, especially if we've got some lines, wrinkles, crow's feet, on and on and on it goes, all the things. I've even noticed a little bit of milia under my eyes, like these weird little, almost like crusty white areas. So, you know, I've got more to cover. So I have to find techniques that are gonna help me cover it without getting cakey and aging myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and set now. I'm just gonna use a really basic setting spray. This is not super mattifying. It's not, you know, dewy finish, glass skin, all the things. It's just a really basic, lovely setting spray that's got some coconut water and aloe in it, so it's soothing. And it feels incredible. It smells wonderful. And I have a lot of clients say they like to carry this in their purse for the summer and during hot flashes. All All right, that feels amazing. Love it. All right, that is a good, simple foundation look. I hope you enjoy that concealer hack that I showed you. Now remember, most of the people I'm seeing on YouTube and social media are using the Aquifer, but I really loved that I could just use what I've already got and that I've already lost. You guys know that I lose something like every stinking video. I put it down, I can't find it. And my clients will laugh right along with me. If you've ever had me do your makeup, you know I've probably lost something in the process. I found it though. So this is the lip balm that I like to use. If you've got your favorite Burt's Bees, I don't care what it is, give it a try under your eyes. But I do prefer this one because like I said, it's a little tacky. And I feel like it really grips the concealer for me. This is the new Jafra Skin Shea Butter Lip Balm. That's the one I prefer, but literally whichever one you like. All right, let me get this concealer off of my hand. I hope that you guys enjoyed these tips and tricks. I hope you give them a try because man, they are worth it. They are worth the little bit of effort and time it takes to put into them and to see results. I hope you guys know that I love you. Let me do a teeth check. I'm always getting cracked on for having lipstick on my teeth, so I gotta check it out. I'll see you guys back here again soon. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my members area when you have time. Have a wonderful rest of your day.